Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Race. Today we're back on the sim grid and we're in Zandvoort, or as we Dutch people like to call it, low budget Vegas. The drivers in this race were a lot more respectful than my last encounter with public lobbies. But that does not mean nothing can go wrong. Because this race start, it was an insane gauntlet I had to survive, but in the end I did manage to survive it. Let's get into it, let's race. So here we are at Zandvoort with the good old trusty Lexus. We're on the SimGrid servers again, and I have a lot more faith in this race than the one on Imola. We're drinking a good old White Russian, and if you've been here since the start of the channel, that's an old familiar.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
I love me a good old White Russian, and I've actually bought a bigger screen from my first paycheck. It was a cheap screen because it was on sale, but it's a 27-inch curved 1080p monitor. I also chose a 1080p monitor because I previously was on a 1440p monitor, but my graphics card just couldn't handle all the beauty of 1440p anymore. And yeah, I wanted a bigger screen and it worked out this way. Anyway, I have more field of view now, so that feels better when I'm driving.
Car on the right.
Let's go. Let's try to get this
Clear on the right.
safely. Oh god. See you later, Bentley. What a yeet. A yeet of the Bentley that was.
Car on the right.
Oh god. Oh, please let me survive this. Even though we're on the SimGrid servers, it's still a bit of a mess, I see. What the hell? But we're still safe, and that's what's counting. Oh my god, oh my god, I shouldn't have said that. Oh my god, I hate it when that happens.
Car on the right.
Whoa! What happened there? What is happening all over this place? I made a big mistake accelerating so much into that Porsche. But I thought I could pass him. Anyway, that's an eventful first half lap. We still got cold tires, so probably a lot of people just came from qualifying, thought they could do the same times, drive the same way immediately, and they're quite sorely disappointed with their cold tires. But then again, Zandvoort, although it is not a long track, it is a dangerous track. It's got a lot of tiny elevation changes, a lot of just tiny little hills that you gotta get over, and if you're not stable on them, you're gonna be crashing all over the place. It is built in the dunes of Zandvoort, of course, here in the Netherlands.
Slow car ahead.
They've got a lot of casinos there as well. I've been there once. Not on the racetrack in Zandvoort, the city. A lot of casinos. It's a little bit of a dirty town. Oh, pardon me. But that was my my review of Zandvoort. Feels like a dollar store version of Las Vegas.
Be careful. There's a slow car ahead.
Oh geez, there was a holdup, I think. This is gonna be dangerous. Okay, this time we're not gonna cruise for the back of that Porsche and then have to evade him all of a sudden by going into the barriers. Or at least that's the plan. If it's gonna work out, I don't know yet. He's lagging all over the place though. So we might have to step out for a little bit when it's really desperately needed. Because I am... Oh god. How the hell did that happen? Does the new Mercedes still have wheel spin at these speeds?
Car on the right.
Okay, this might be dangerous.
Clear on the right.
When you're on the grass, just keep it straight. Most of the time you'll keep it on track. He didn't. I feel like people like Regis up here, when you run into the barriers in a corner like that, just wait it out. It's so dangerous to just get back on the horse immediately. Get back on the... Oh god, what the frick is going on in this race? Porsches all over the place. We're at the bottom of the leaderboards as well, so a lot of inexperienced drivers here. I'm just slow. But we'll keep it together, guys. We'll keep it together for sure. But yeah, the sim grid. I hope we don't get a rammer on purpose in this race. I mean, accidents do happen, especially when you're new. And that's nothing to worry about. But if you're prone to crash, keep it offline for a while until you feel comfortable in your ability to not crash it on every turn.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right.
Oh, the switch around.
Clear on the right.
That was good of Regis. I was gaining on him on the straight, so I wanted to pass him, but not like that. I love the feeling of driving so closely to others, because time passes like very fast.
Car on the left. Clear on the
Oh
left.
yeah, baby! What an overtake! That was some Max Verstappen tactics, I think. I don't watch F1, but I bet he could do that as well. Oh yeah, baby. Now back to my original enemy. My nemesis, the blue Porsche. The other blue Porsche. The bright blue Porsche. You know what I mean. Is the Porsche... Let me know in the comments down below if the Porsche is really good at Zandvoort. And that's why I'm seeing so many of them. Because this is really the curious case of the German car right now. For me at least. Oh no, oh no. Ignore that. Don't drink and drive, guys. Not in real life, at least. But it's the start of the weekend, so I'll allow myself one tasty beverage while I'm racing on the sim grid. And if you're gonna take a sip of whatever drink it is, do it on a straight, please. Don't do it in the corners. Be sensible. Oh, this is my chance. Oh, this is definitely my chance.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
See you later, Savidis. On to the next one. Come on. I want to create some distance between me and Savidis. But that's hard to do when you're a slow driver. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Oh my god. It's so scary when you see them all of a sudden come into the rear view like they're gonna ram you. And I think I'm dealing right now with a little bit of jinkies. How do you call that? Like I'm feeling the butterflies in my stomach because I need to defend. But I think if I just keep it on the road, drive a good pace, it's all gonna be alright. We're just gonna pull ahead of that Porsche and we're gonna do fine. Just relax a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta lean back in your chair and just enjoy the ride. You've been practicing for this. Or at least I don't know about you guys. Maybe you've been practicing for Zandvoort as well. We've got an upcoming league that's starting. The PowerQ Community League. The first one of its kind. And we're gonna see if it's gonna be alright. But the first track is gonna be Zandvoort. So in a way, I'm practicing for that league right now, and I don't mind that. I don't want to be embarrassed by my whole community. I don't want to be last all the time. Like semi-last, I can live with that. But the titular character should not be last in his own league, you know? As if it is an anime, but you know what I mean. It's like watching a league hosted by Jimmy Broadbent and then him finishing last every time. Oh my god, that's not the way you're supposed to do that corner. But surely and slowly. I wanted to say surely but slowly. Slowly but surely? My English not very good. Slowly but surely. We are moving up through the ranks of this server. We're getting on a higher podium each and every lap. And it's super good practice for the upcoming league. But we'll do 1 hour races, so it's gonna be double this. Double the length of this race, and we gotta do a mandatory pit stop. But it's gonna be alright. And if you're interested, we're gonna be streaming it every Sunday except Valentine's Day. Then it's gonna be the day after. So only Valentine's Day. That's not gonna be a Sunday. That's gonna be 15 February on a Monday. Because I got a girlfriend and we gotta spend Valentine's together, of course. Do something good for the people you love. And you'll never work a day in your life. That's some wisdom that you can just put in your back pocket and live with. Just take that and sell it on like a toilet tile. I don't know if other countries do that as well. Like here in the Netherlands, people have these tiles that they put in the bathroom with all these wise quotes on them or funny quotes. Whatever the person who put in the tiles, what kind of person they are, is reflected by the tiles they put in. So you have some wisdom or funny stuff to read while you're doing your number 2 business. Or number 1, maybe you take a long time, maybe you got a big tank you gotta empty sometimes. I don't judge. I got a tiny tank. In my motorcycle. I don't have a motorcycle actually. My dad had a motorcycle. He had a Honda Shadow for a while, and it was around the time that I was 18, so that's almost 10 years ago now. 8 years ago, I think. So he must have been 73 around that time. So my dad, a 73-year-old, was driving around on his Honda Shadow, which is kind of a sport tourer chopper motorcycle. Very fun, very fun. I've driven once on the back of it, but I'm not very good on motorcycles. I get scared easily on motorcycles because I had a great big fall when I was hanging off the side of a what do you call that? In Dutch we call it scooter, but it's not a scooter in English. Like a moped. A moped? Like just a smaller version of a motorcycle. When I was 18, I was hanging off the side with my bike off of a friend's moped, and I crashed when we were driving around 50 kilometers an hour. So ever since that accident, I'm not very... I get a little nervous on fast driving two-wheelers. The more you know. And ever since then, I never sat on my bike and hung off the side of a friend's moped again. I don't know if moped is the right word. But I guess you guys know what I mean. I hope you guys know what I mean. Otherwise, leave it in the comments down below. Say, what the hell are you talking about, mate? We don't understand a word you're saying. That was not the best entry of that corner, or exit of that corner that I have had. Alright. And we're already in 14th place, so that's pretty good. The race is going pretty well, in my opinion. We haven't crashed yet. At the start we had some good competition to race against, but now they've all yeah, they all gone away. Because I'm just too darn fast, gosh darn it. But this purple, oh, that was way too early. This purple looking Mercedes, he's gonna be my next target, although I know that he's blue flagged. He's at least one lap behind me. But we gotta get past him safely, which we did. So that's good. And the next people are 11 seconds away, at least. Which is not good for me. 11 seconds in 8 minutes. I don't know if it's doable, but we're gonna try our gosh darn best. And how have you guys been? You guys can't answer that right now. This is not a stream. Those White Russians are really getting to me. But yeah, another week of work has gone by. We had a little trouble with the previous race episode in the past week. I was real angry about that one because I thought it was quite a fun episode. It was at Imola with the NSX on an open lobby, which was terrible, but the race was quite eventful and I thought it was an interesting race to look at. But the F1, they copyright striked it over the weekend, like last weekend, so I could upload it on what was it? I think Monday or Tuesday I could upload it finally. And then YouTube didn't push it to anybody's subscription box. It wasn't posted to anyone's notifications because it was 3 days old by then. And it just did terribly. And all because the F1 copyrighted my ACC content because they thought, I think they just got an automatic content recognition thingy, and they just copyright claim everything that they get an alert of instead of looking at it beforehand. So that was quite a sad affair. But now, hopefully, this episode won't get treated the same. But we got one thing that's going for us. The F1 does not race on Old Zandvoort. And I don't think they have ever raced on the new Zandvoort as well. So this track should not be in the Formula 1 YouTube channel's library. And otherwise they can just lick my toes. After I've gone for an hour run. That'll teach him. Oh, and by the way, guys, that's another topic that I wanted to discuss, but I completely forgot about it, as per usual. That's how it goes on this channel. I've started watching the Grand Tour, and it's so much fun, I gotta say. Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May, they're a good old trio, and it's just so much fun that they got their own show again on Amazon. I know I'm a little late to the party. They got it in 2016 already, but I finally started watching it, and yeah, it's just so great. I've been laughing my butt off. My girlfriend even likes it, so we can watch things about cars together. And funny thing is, last week she said to me, I never watch anything about cars unless we're together, as we don't live together, but unless we're together, I show her all these things about cars and all these car-related channels on YouTube. And she's always quite interested, or not always, but in most things car-related, she's pretty interested. But she never looks it up on her own, and she thought that was quite funny. And I think her dad made her a somewhat enthusiast about cars, because he had an old Austin 7, I think. Like an early 20th century automobile. An Austin 7. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but he did hill climbs in England with it. And she went along when she was like 10ish, I think. 10, 11 years old, and you go with your dad to hill climbs in England, which must have been fun, but I think experience like that stayed with her, and now she subconsciously likes cars, which is great for me, because I do not subconsciously like cars. I like them very consciously. That's why I'm driving them. If I didn't like cars, I might have still been driving this game, but I would run into everyone just to ruin all the cars. You know, but I think Wreckfest might be a better game for you if you hate cars. That you destroy a lot of cars in that game. You treat them like dirt. So yeah, that's my story. That's the way it happened. And if you get someone telling you otherwise, don't believe a word they're saying. They're trying to sell you something. How do I come up with all this nonsense to talk about? That's one of the wonders of the world. My brain is just a thinking machine that can make words out of thin air. While I'm at work, I got an office job right now. And while I'm at work, I often start like doodling, but in song, if that makes sense. I just burst out in these random songs, and I make them rhyme, and I make them grandiose and silly and funny, and they do make sense, but it's quite random. Let's see. Let's see if I can improvise something right now, just for the hardcore people who stuck around to the end of the race. Ooh, baby, I'm racing on Zandvoort, and it's harder in English to rhyme all the words, hawk words. No, it's not working in English. I'm way better in Dutch. But I got my niece a piece of cheese. You know my steez. I smelt that cheese. My niece cheese. I smelt that in the breeze because we're in Dutchland. There's cheese all around. But when I'm racing hard, you know, my face is kind of frowned. Not frowned upon, but above. Zandvoort is a track I love. It's turning into slam poetry. This is not making any sense. I'm trying to race a car doing slam poetry. This channel is going down the gutter, guys. Please report it. Please report me to the to the right authorities, because this is getting out of hand. But in all seriousness, I'm just having fun with it, and I hope you guys are having fun with it too. We're hot lapping this circuit right now because nobody wants to listen to this singing driver. This guy, he's already given up. That's for sure. But we're going for another round. I mean, it's 1 minute 40, man. What can it... You're only gonna learn the track better if you do another round. So just do it. Just do it. That was stuck for a long time. But yeah, another SimGrid race done. It had a rocky start. Or at least we're not done yet. We can still mess it up big time. But I don't count on it. But it had a rocky start, which was quite unnerving at times. And it was kind of a shame that it had to start like that. I think if people were a little less anxious to get ahead of each other at the start, we could have had a wonderful race where people were close throughout the race, because we started with 26 people, apparently 6 left, which is kind of sad, but we didn't leave, and we are 14th, so that's pretty good. Anyway, I hope you liked this episode. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and thank you so much for watching up until the end. If you did, consider subscribing for more sim racing content, and if you really want to support the channel, consider becoming a Patreon supporter or a channel member for extra bonuses and early entrance into leagues and stuff and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, stuff. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see all you beautiful baby boys and girls in the next video. I love you guys. Really, I really love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, guys. You know who you are. Bye-bye.